Namaste, sorry. Yoga Sutra, Book 1, Sutra 51. This is gonna be a really fast session, actually. Oh yeah, and also today is the last sutra for Book 1. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. Interesting. No, Shaka, no, Shalom. Kim Chang Siang Pavati. Tasya Pi Nirote Salva Nirotana Nilbijaha Samathiha. Tasya Pi Nirote Salva Nirotana Nilbijaha Samathiha. Tasya Pi Nirote Salva Nirotana Nilbijaha Samathiha. One more. Tasyapi nirote salva nirotana nilbijaha samathiha. They shouldn't have made it into 2 lines. Tasyapi nirote salva nirotana nilbijaha samathiha. That's it. Okay. Iti Shri Patanjali Pirajitang Yoga Sutreshu Pratamaha Samatipadaha. This is a non-requirement. Iti Shri Patanjali Virajita Yoga Sutrashu Pratamaha Samatipadaha. This is so that if you were just reading the sutra without the comments by Vyangsang, it ends right now. Okay, here we go. Fun, fun, fun. 30 seconds, thank you. No, Shaka, no, Shalom. No, sorry. Sa, na, Kevalam, Samadhi Prajna Viroti. Prajna Kratang Namapi Samskaranam Bratimananti Pavati. Kasamat Nirotajaha Samskaraha Samathis Janan Samskaranam Ban Pathatang Iti. Second try. Kasamat Nirotajaha Samskaraha Samathi Janan Samskaranam Pathatang Iti. Nirothasatiti Kalat Gramano Pavanam Nirotachita Dakarata Samskara Satita Vamanu Mayama. Second try. Nirothasatiti Kalat Gramano Pavana Nirotachita Dakarata Samskara Satita Vamanu Mayama. Nirothasatiti Kalat Gramano Pavana Nirotachita Dakarata Samskara Satita Vanu Mayama. Manu Mayama. Nirothasatiti Lakramano Pavenam Nirotachita Dakarata Samskara Satita Vamanu Mayama. One more. Nirothasatiti Lakramano Pavenam Nirotachita Dakarata Samskara Satita Vamanu Mayama. Vyututhana nirodha samadhi prabhavaiha saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam savasyam prakaratam vavasatitayam pravilyatem. Second try. Vyututhana nirodha samadhi prabhavaiha saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam savasyam prakaratam vavasatitayam pravilyatem. Prakaratam vavasatitayam. Vyututhana nirodha samadhi prabhavaiha saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam savasyam prakaratam vavasatitayam pravilyatem. Vyututhana nirodha samadhi prabhavaiha saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam savasyam prakaratam vavasatitayam pravilyatem. Tasamatate samskara shachetatasya thirara viro tikara virotinom na setiti hetavo pavananti iti. Second try. Tasamatate samskara shachetatasya thirara virotinom na setiti hetavo pavananti iti. Setiti hetavo. Tasamatate samskara shachetatasya thirara virotinom na setiti hetavo pavananti iti. Tasamatate samskara shachetatasya thirara virotinom na setiti hetavo pavananti iti. Yasamada vasita thikaram saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam divaltatem tasamina nivaratem purushoham svarupamatra pratishtva taha shuddhataha kevalo mukutang iti uchyatang iti. Tasamatate samskara shachetatasya thirara virotinom na setiti hetavo pavananti iti. Yasamada vasita thikaram saha kaivalya bhagiyaiha samskaraishchitatam divaltatem tasamina nivaratem purushoha svarupamatra pratishtva svarupamatra pratishtva shuddhataha kevalo mukutang iti uchyatang iti. Starting from here. Tasamina nivaratem purushaha svarupamatra pratishtva. Tasamina nivaratem purushaha svarupamatra pratishtva. Tasamina nivaratem purushaha svarupamatra pratishtva shuddhataha kevalo mukutang iti uchyatang iti. Okay, one more. Tasamina nivaratem purushaha svarupamatra pratishtva shuddhataha kevalo mukutang iti uchyatang iti. Namaste. Iti Shri Patanjali Samkhya Pravachanam Yoga Shastra Shri Madhavyasa Bhavshoye Pratamaha Samadhi Bhadaha. The closing sentence, not that important. Okay, I should bow. It's the end of book 1. Namaste. Okay. I'll be reading two translations for this. Two translations for this. That's for next time. Here we go. 51. Did I skip 50? Okay. Oof. I might have to back up. I might have to do 50. So next time will be 51. Let me quickly double check for what I did last time. Oof. Yeah, I gotta do another one. Okay, and today is the 24th. Just my luck. Yeah. I'm not even gonna question it. Alright, forget it. 50. I hope 50 is short. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm not surprised that I'm making like grandeur mistakes. Okay. That's what karma is for you, you know. A lot of people are getting punished right now. If people are saying, oh, it's the end of the world, well, what's happening right now is a lot of people are getting their karma, and I'm not an exception. You know, I just did a entire sutra, wrong sutra, not wrong. You know, I skipped an entire sutra and the comment, that's my karma. So with that being said, I'm gonna make this as fast as possible. I just wasted 13 minutes. How fortuitous, I mean. Here we go. Alright. No, shakha, no, shalom. Shri Vamanakarashanaya Namaha. Help me, God. Samadhi prajna pratilamampe yoginaha prajna karataha samskaro navo jayatem. Samadhi prajna pratilamampe yoginaha prajna karataha samskaro navo jayatem. Dajajaha samskaro niya samskara pratilaman pananti. Dajajaha samskaro niya samskara pratimananti. Samadhi prajna prabhavaha samskaro pyututana samskara shayam matatem. Oh my God, look at that. How fortuitous. Just that fucking God. Jayate. Yeah. Jayate Bhatate Navo Samsika Bhatate. Okay, got it. Samadhi prajna prabhavaha samskaro Bhututana samskara shayam vatatem Bhututana samskara pipavate tat prabhavaha pratyayang na pavananti. Second try. Tat, okay. Bhututana samskara pipavate tat prabhavang Bhututana samskara pipavate tat prabhavang pratyayang na pavananti. Pratyaya nirotem samadhi nirupang tishitatem Pratyaya nirote samadhi rupang tishitatem Pratyaya nirote samadhi rupang tishitatem. Sorry. Pratyaya nirote samadhi rupatishitatem Tataha samadhi jang prajñam Tataha prajña krataha samskarang iti navaha samskara shayo jayatem. Tata Sicham. Tata Sicham prajñai Tata Sicham samskarang iti Katamasao samskara dishaya chitatam sathikaram karishyati iti. Okay, now number one alternative. Rasha. They could have written the whole thing, Rasha. Okay, skipping the D. Katamasao samskara shayachitatam samatikaram na karishyati iti. Okay, that's it, right? That was the second version. Yeah, okay. Na tem prajña kritaha samskara kalash shaka shoya hatutva chachitatam athikara visheshatam kulvananti. That's too fuzzy. Double check with the other one. Yeah, okay, cool. Na tem prajña kritaha samskara kalash shaka shoyam Na te prajña kritaha samskara kalashaka shaya hatutva chachitatam athikara visheshatam kulvananti. Chitatam hi te svakang Aryan davasadayananti Khyati paryavasanam hi chitata vashitvitamiti. Khyati paryavasanam hi chitata vashitvitamiti. Somebody did something, I don't know what happened. I hope it's not a bad curse. Khyati paryavasanam hi chitata vashitvitamiti. Chitata vashitvitamiti. Khyati paryavasanam hi chitata vashitvitamiti. No, shakha. No, shalom. Yeah, at least I covered everything. That's all I want for now. Alright, here we go. On the attainment of the spiritual absorbent cognition, the habitual potency caused by the intellective vision is born to the yogi, nur and nur. The habitual potency born therefrom becomes averse to other habitual potencies. The habitual potency produced from the spiritual absorption destroys the vehicle of the exhibitive habitual potencies. From the disappearance of the exhibitive habitual potencies, the cognitions born thereof do not arise. Under restraint of the cognitions, the spiritual absorption appears. Thence comes the intellective vision, born of spiritual absorption. Thence come habitual potencies caused by the intellective vision. In this way, the vehicle of the habitual potencies produce newer and newer. Further, the intellective vision is born thereof. Also the habitual potencies come therefrom, and so on. Such being the case, why will not this vehicle of the habitual potency make the mind duty-bound? Those habitual potencies produced by the intellective vision, being the cause for the destruction of the afflictions, do not make the mind charged with further duties, because they only release the mind from its duties. In fact, the completion of the revelation is the working of the mind. When the yogin, second translation, when the yogin has gained concentrated insight, the subliminal impression made by the insight is reproduced again and again. The subliminal impression produced by this is hostile to other subliminal impressions. The subliminal impression arising from concentrated insight inhibits the latent impression from the emergent subliminal impression. After emergent subliminal impressions have been repressed, the presented ideas arising from them do not occur. When presented ideas are restricted, concentration follows after, then concentrated insight. After that, subliminal impressions made from insight. Thus, latent impressions from subliminal impressions are reproduced again and again. Thus first comes insight and then subliminal impressions. How is it that this excess of subliminal impressions will not provide the mind stuff with the task? These subliminal impressions made by the insight do not provide the mind stuff with the task, since they cause the dwindling of the hindrances, where they cause the mind stuff to cease from its work, for the movement of the mind stuff terminates at the discernment. Okay. Veda next, thank you. Veda book 6, hymn 6. Here we go. No, Shakat, no, Shalom. 30 seconds. Okay. No, Shakat, no, Shalom. Param, Navya Sangam, Sa Saha, So no Machachang, Yachininam, Gatu Mavan, Achachama Naha, Varashachadabanam, Garashanayanam, Yamam, Rushanantam, Biti, Hotaram, Divyam, Jigati, Yachininam. Okay, from the beginning. Pra Navya Sang Sa Saha So no Machachang Yachinyana Gatumaba Ejachama Naha. Purashachadavanam Garashanayamam Rushanantam Piti Hotaram Divyam Jigati Sang Shuvidan Asadanyatu Rochana Satang Ajara Pilnana de Piria Vishata. Second try. Sam Shivitan Asadanyatu Rochana Satang Ajara Pilnana de Piria Vishata. Ajare Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Sorry. San Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajare Pilna Nada Pirian Vishata. Ajare Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. From the San Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatime Ajara Pilna Nada de Piria Vishata. Ajara Pilna Nada de Piria Vishata. Ajara Pilna Nada Piria Vishata. San Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajara Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Sang Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajara Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Oh my god. Sang Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajara Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Almost. San Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajara Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Nada de Pirian. San Shivitan Nasatanyatu Rocha Nasatang Ajara Pilna Nada de Pirian Vishata. Yah Ban Bakah Burutamaha Buru Nui Burtu Niagani Ranu Yanti Palvane. Yah Ban Bakah Burutamaha Buru Nui Burtu Niagani Ranu Yanti Burtu Niagani Ranu Yanti Burtu Niagani Ranu Yanti Brutu Niagni Ranu Brutu Niagni Ranu Yanti Brutu Niagni Ranu Yanti Paivane. Same place. Yah Bavakaha Burutamaha Burunui Brutu Niagni Ranu Yanti Brutu Niagni Ranu Brutu Niagni Ranu Yanti Paivane. Come on. Yah Bavakaha Burutamaha Burunui Brutu Niagni Ranu Yanti Paivane. That counts. Moving on. Vita Vishvagavata Jutan So Agane Pama Saha Shuchem Shuchaya Shucharananti. Second try. Vita Vishvagavata Jutan So Agane Pama Saha Shuchaya Shucharananti. Dubimura que so divien navagavant banananti trifatan rujanantaha. They put the hardest word in the beginning, or God put the hardest word in the beginning. Dubimura que so divien naga dubi Tuvimos Rakashoso, Tuvimos Rakashoso, Divyang, Navagavang, Panang, Panananti, Tershatang, Gujanantahu. If I sound like a mullah chung, so be it. Yeah, the Shukra Saha, Shuchayaha, Shuchishamaha, Kusham, Bapananti, Bishwitang, so Ashavang, Atam, Muramasatang, Ulviyang, Pi Pangati, Yatayamano, Ati Sano, Burshneha, Atam, Jihuvang, Pa Pati, Ti Pra, Burshano, Gosho Yutoin, Gosho Yutom, Na Shaniha, Shurajanangim, Atam, Jihuvang, Pa Pati, Ti Pra, Burshano, Gosho Yutom, Na Shaniha, Shurajanangim. Shura Siava Prasitiha Gushati Ragane Dulbai Dul Pimo Dayate Vanati Gushati Ragane Dulbai Dul Pimo. Shura Siava Prasitiha Shurasyevam Prasitiha Gushati Raganel Dulbaitul Pimo Dayate Banani. Almost Banani. Shurasyevam Prasitiha Gushati Raganel Dulbaitul Pimo Dayate Banani. Panunang Baltivani Jurayam si Mahasudo Yasya Trushatanga Tatanantang Baltivani Jurayam si. Okay. Panunang Baltivani Jurayam si Mahasudo Yasya Trushatanga Tatanantang. It's always something. I don't understand this. So when I say Kalmas against me, so Tasubang Payang Sao Piha Supraton Vanushana Vanushwa Ni Julban Sang Chitram Chitayana Tamasumem Chitrakushatram Chitratamam Vayotamam Janandaram Narayim Janandaram Rayim Puruviram Purahanantam Janandra Pilgurunatem Yuvasavang. Namaste. Thank you, God. Oh my God. Āmēn. I got through. I got through. Take that, mother effers. Sorry. You have no idea. That took 340 something calories at least. He who seeks furtherance and grace to help him goes to the Son of Strength with newest worship, calling the heavenly priest to share the banquet, who rends the wood bright with his blackened pathway. While hued and thundering, he dwells in splendor, most youthful with the loud voiced and eternal. Agni, most variform. Wait, why am I doing 51? Oh yeah, it is. No, 6. Sorry, 6. Sorry. From 2. Shloka 2. When hued and thundering, he dwells in splendor, most youthful, with the loud voiced and eternal. Agni, most variform, the purifier, who follows crunching many ample forests. Incited by the wind, thy flames, O Agni, move onward, pure one, pure in all directions. Thy most destructive heavenly Navagavas, break the woods down and devastate them boldly. Thy pure white horses from their bonds are loosened. O radiant one, they shear the ground beneath them. And far and wide shines out thy flame and flickers rapidly, moving over earth's high ridges. Forth darts the bull's tongue like the sharp stone weapon discharged by him who fights to win the cattle. Agni's fierce flame is like a hero's onset. Dread and resistless, he destroys the forests. Thou, with the sunlight of the great impaler, hast boldly overspread the earth's expanses. So drive away with conquering might all perils, fighting our foemen, burn up those who harm us. Wondrous, of wondrous power, give to the singer wealth wondrous, marked, most wonderful life-giving. Wealth bright, O bright one, vast, with many heroes, give with thy bright flames to the men who lost thee. Sorry. Okay. Upanishad next, thank you. Okay. Shveta Upanishad, fifth Adhyaya. Oh, am I the only person who could do this nowadays? What happened to Shri Parashurama? He could read this the way I do 1,000,000 times better than I can. Anyway, Pancha. Okay, cool. Let me just check. I hope it's not that long. Yes, sorry. 14. 14 shlokas. Here we go. Oh. It's not that I don't want to do it. I'm not in the perfect environment to do it. If I were in the Himalayas, yeah. If I were in the Himalayas, I would do this for about 4 hours per session. I would have nothing else to do. And I just realized that I was not wearing my yarmulke. Somebody asked me, something religious about yarmulke, and I told them, I am not wearing my yarmulke for any religious reasons other than just one fact. It protects me from demonic thoughts. Period. And he was like, yeah, I know. Wait, that's the most important part though. Here we go. No, shaka, no, shalom. Yeah, he dismissed my comment like a child's comment. Here we go. No, shaka, no, shalom. Manchamo tiaya deve akushore brahmapare devananante vidya nihite yatra gudfue Kusharam tuva vidyang, yomuratam tu vidyang, vidyang vidya, ishate yasutu sonyahe. Yonim atitishita dieko. Pishivani rupanui yoni shechang saivang he. Yonim atitishita dieko. Pishivani rupanui yoni shechang saivang he. Rashwim prasutam kapilam yasita magore jinyanai vipalti jayamanam champashyat jinyanai vipalti. Okay, from the Rashwim prasutam kapilam yasita magore jinyanai vipalti jayamanam champashyat jinyanai vipalti. The past. What do I do in that situation? It's like I'm not satisfied, but it passed. Rashwim parsutam kapilam yasidamagore jinyanai vipalti jayamanam cha pashyat. Ekaikan janam bahutang bikulvananam isumine kushweterem samhara tiesha devaha. Sorry. Bikulvanan nasamine samhara tiesha. Ekaikan janam bahutang bikulvanan nasamine kushweterem samhara tiesha devaha. Puyaha surashat patayasata teshaha. Sarvatipatyam kurute mahatmayam patayasata te. Second try. Puyaha. Meow. Every time I do my friggin' thing, if you want to save your species, cut that off. Human. It could only be human, right? It could not be a cat or anything else. Just a human being. Every time. Go. Just 1 second. Go. I'm gonna take this time to take my medicine. Go. You gotta keep doing this. It might give the owner the heart attack. Okay, stopped. Here we go. Puyaha sarashatavanga patayasata teshaha savatipatiam kurute mahatmayam. When I was Prabhupada, I had no power. Now, when I am me, interesting. I don't remember anything, but I have a lot more power than he did in regards to, Aryan Sanskrit pronunciation. Sarvang Disham Urtavama Tashijam Diryak Prakashayana Prajate Yadavana Duvane Dvebane. Sarvang Disham Urtavama Tashijam Diryak Prakashayana Prajate Yadavana Duvane. Evam San Devo Pagavana Varenuyo Yani Suva Pavana Natitishita Dekaha. Evam Sang Devo Pagavana Varenuyo Yoni suva pavana tishita diti dititi shita diekaha. Yoni suva pavana titi shita diekaha. Titi, titi, titi. Okay. Evam sang devo pagavana paranuya. Yoni suva pavana titi shita diekaha. Yachichang Sivapavam Pachati Vishiva Yoniha Panjam Shichang Saivana Parina Mayad Yah Saivametad Vishivamat Shita Diekom Gunam Shichang Saivana Bini Yojayad Yah. Second try. Saivametad Saivametad Vishivamat Shita Diekom Gunam Shichang Saivana Bini Yojayad Yah. Tad Veda Guhyo Panishatasu Gutam Tad Brahma Vedate Brahma Yonima. Second term. Oh. Tad Veda Guhyo Panishatasu Gudam Tam. Tad Veda Guhyo Panishatasu Gudam Tad Brahma Vedate Brahma Yonima. Tad Veda Guhyo Panishatasu Gudam Tad Brahma Vedate Brahma Yonima. Ye Purvam Devanga Rashayashicang Tad Vidusate Tanamayang Amuratang Vai Vapuvuhe. Thank you, God. Oof. Gunanan Bayo Yah Palakalma Kaitangem Kurotasiang Tasyaiva Sa Chopa Pokatang Sang Vishivaro Pasudri Gunasudi Vaitamangam Prana Tipaha Sancharati Savakalma Piha. Can I do that again, please? Oh. Sang Vishivaro Pasudri Gunasudi. Sang Vishivaro Pasudri Gunasudi Vai. Sutri, come on. Sang Vishivaro Pasudri Gunasudri Vaitamang Prana Tipaha Sancharati Savakalma Piha. Thank you, God. Angangushita Maturo Rabitulia Muru Paha Sangakarepa Hangankara Samanam Vito Yah. Sangakarepa Hangankara Samanam Vito Yah. Same place. Angangushita Maturo Rabitulia Rupaha Sangakarepa Hangankara Samanam Vito Yah. Sorry. Sometimes it makes me so happy. You'll never hear that ever again. Anyway, I mean, you'll hear that again from now on, but you never heard that before, I'm pretty sure. Buddha Telgu Nuena Tamagu Nuena Chaivan Aragra Matropia Paropi Dershitaha. Unless you're a Vedic scholar, that's the you don't. If you're a Vedic scholar, you don't count. Buddha Telgu Nuena Tamagu Nuena Chaivan Aragra Matropia Paropi Dershitaha. Let's just say that, God sent me because the Vedic scholars weren't hip enough and they wouldn't be able to handle something like this. A fucking karank. I can't even handle it. It messes with your pronunciation. How fucking crazy. That's when you know you're living in hell. 30 seconds, thank you. Go. Okay, stop. Cool. Thank you. I found out today that humans are stupider than I thought. No, they cannot be lower than IQ 75. Yes, they can. Okay, I got it. Palagara shata pagasya shata ta kapilatasi karipitasi cham. And one thing they could do, they could scare the hell out of you. Like a beast, a typical beast knows how to scare the shit out of you. Humans could do that too, not all humans. Palagara shata pagasya shata ta karipitasi cham. Pago jivaha sa bijnyaha sa janantyaya karipatim. Pago jivaha sa bijnyaha sa janantyaya karipatim. Naiva sutri na pumanesha na jaivayam na pumsakaha. I prefer rats sometimes. Yadyacha charirama tatata tena sa yujyatem. Sangankara panasa paishana durashatve mohai gura samambu varashatva tuya. Is it tuya? It has to be tuya. Funny looking spelling. Varashattuya. It cannot, yeah. Varashattuya te mabi varadati janamai. Yes. Do over. 30 syllable word, 30 something syllable. Sangankara panam, sangankara panasapashanam, sangankara panasapashana darashatvi mohai gra samambu varashattuya te mabi varadati janamai. Kamanugani anukaramenam dehi sithaneshu rupanuya pisamam prapadyate padyate. Rupanuya pisamam prapadyate. Kamanuganyam anukaramenam dehi sithaneshu rupanuya pisamam prapadyate. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Sutulani sukushimanui bahuni chaivan rupanui tehi svagunai varunoti kriya gunaira tamagunai shacham deshvam samyoga hatura paropi durshataha. Anadyananantam Kalilasya Matye Vishivasya Surashatara Maneka Rupama. Surashatara Maneka Rupama. Anadyananantam Kalilasya Matye Vishivasya Surashatara Maneka Rupama. Vishivasyakam Syaikam. Vishivasyakam Parivashatuitangaram Jinyatevanga Devam Mutyate Sarvapangashaiha. Last one. Pavagrahya mani dvakyam pavakaram shivam kala sarga karam devam ye vidusate jahusata numa. Jahusatanuma. Last sentence. Kala sargakaram devam ye vidusate jahusatanuma. Namaste. Okay. Fifth Adhyaya. In the imperishable, infinite, supreme Brahma are two things, for their inner knowledge and ignorance placed there hidden. Now ignorance is a thing perishable, but knowledge is a thing immortal, and he who rules the ignorance and the knowledge is another. The one who rules over every single source, all forms and all sources, who bears in his thoughts and beholds when born, that red seer who was engendered in the beginning. That God spreads out each single net manifoldly, and draws it together here in the world. Thus again, having created his yatis, the Lord, the Great Soul exercises universal overlordship. As the illuminating sun shines upon all regions above, below, and across, so that one God, glorious, adorable, rules over whatever creatures are born from a womb. The source of all, who develops his own nature, who brings to maturity whatever can be ripened, and who distributes all qualities over this whole world, rules the one. That which is hidden in the secret of the Vedas, even in the Upanishads, Brahma knows that as the source of the sacred word. The gods and seers of old, who knew that, they, of its nature verily, have become immortal. Whoever has qualities is the doer of deeds that bring recompense, and of such action surely he experiences the consequence. Undergoing all forms, characterized by the three qualities, treading the three paths, the individual self roams about according to its deeds. He is of the measure of a thumb, of sun-like appearance, when coupled with conception and egoism, but with only the qualities of intellect and of self. The lowest appears of the size of the point of an owl. This living thing is to be known as a part of the 100th part of the point of a hair, subdivided 100-fold, and yet it partakes of infinity. Not female, nor yet male is it, nor yet is this neuter. Whatever body he takes to himself, with that he becomes connected. By the delusions of imagination, touch, and sight, and by eating, drinking, and impregnation, there is a birth and development of the self. According unto his deeds, the embodied one successively assumes forms and various conditions. Coarse and fine, many in number, the embodied one chooses forms according to his own qualities. The subsequent cause of his union with them is seen to be because of the quality of his acts and of himself. Him who is without beginning and without end, in the midst of confusion, the creator of all, of manifold form, the one embracer of the universe. By knowing God, one is released from all fetters. Him who is to be apprehended in existence, who is called incorporeal, the maker of existence and non-existence, the kindly one. God, the maker of the creation and its parts. They who know him have left the body behind. Okay, next and last, Mahabharata. Thank you. Okay, it's gonna be fun. This is the last reading. It's 1 hour right now. 1 hour mark. Um, it's a perfect shloka chapter. The shlokas are perfect. There's no semicolons or any added human contingency. Human contingency. Okay, 21 shlokas, 22 or 21. Um, very fun. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Finally. Oh man. It's a perfect, perfect shlokas. Perfect shlokas. I don't know how else to say it. They're perfect. You don't get blessed with that often. Perfect shlokas for me. Yeah. Right. Mahabharata. Adipaivam. Adipaivam. Book 1. Chapter 91 or 96 in the translation. Here we go. Thank you, God. Oh my God. Look at this beautiful, beautiful. Never. Okay. No, shika. No, shalom. Paishampang yana ubancang. Ekushuma gobam shaprapavom. Lang ajang asita prativi patiha. Ekushuma gobam shaprapavom. Lang ajang asita prativi patiha. Prativi. Mahapisha iti khyatah satyavak satyavikramaha. Mahapisha iti khyatah satyavak satyavikramaha. Soshivameta sahasrena vajapeya shatena jam. Soshivameta sahasrena vajapeya shatena jam. Doshayamasa Devanandram Svagam Lepetataha Prapuha. One more. Doshayamasa Devanandram Svagam Lepetataha Prapuha. Tataha Kadachid Brahmana Mupasam Chakurire Suraha. Tatra Rajaishayo Asanan Sanjang Rangjang Mahapishaha. Atha Gangangam Sarichachashatve Samupayata Pitamahama. One more. That sounded drunk. I am drunk. I am sorry. Atha Gangangam Sarichachashatve Samupayata Pitamahama. Tasyang Pasaha Samudatutam Marutena Shashiprapama. Tato Pavana Suragana Sasavanga Mukha Setadang. Second try. Tato Pavana Sura. Tato Pavana Suragana Sasavanga Mukha Setadang. Why is that messing me up? Mu. Got it. Shloka 5. Tato Pavanu Suragana Sasavanga Mukha Satadang. Mahapishasatu Raja Shri Rashangangom Darishadavana Nadima. Yeah, I did it. Apatyanto Bhagavatang Brahmana Sa Mahapisha Ukutashi Chanto Maltieshu Bunalokana Vapasiasi. Ukutashi Chanto Maltieshu Bunalokana Vapasiasi. Thank you, God. Oof. Sanjenen Tayitivang Nirupatil Nirupanan Salvam Satatoptanam Salvam Satatpotanana. That knows my weakness, huh? There's a ghost in my refrigerator and it knows my weaknesses, I guess. Sanjenen Tayitivang Nirupatil Nirupanan Salvam Satatpotanana Pratipam Rochayama Sampitaram Puri Valchasama. Thank you, God. Mahapisham tu tam Darashatavang Nadi Thairiya Chiyutam Nirupama. Mahapisham tu tam Darashatavang Nadi Thairiya Chiyutam Nirupama. Tameba Manasa Tia Yamupang Baltate Sariduvarang Satate Sariduvarang. Second try. Tameba Manasa Tia Yamupang Baltate Sariduvarang. Almost. Tameba Manasa Tia Yamupang Baltate Sariduvarang. I understand why some Vedic scholars don't. Alcohol doesn't make you pronounce that well. That's the problem. Tamasang Tia Yamupang. 30 seconds, thank you. Tamebang Monasang Tia Yamupang Baltate Sariduvarang. Thank you, God. Sang du Vitvasitava Pushaha Gashimalanga Piha Dao Jasaha. One more. Same thing. Sang du Vitvasitava Pushaha Gashimalanga Piha Dao Jasaha. Dadarsha Pati Gacha Chananti Vasunandavanandi Vo Divaukasaha. Dadarsha Pati Gacha Chananti Vasunandavanandi Vaukasaha. Tatang Rupang Shicham Tanandarashatavang Paprachachang Saritam Parang Kimidam Nashatarupang He Sitang Gachachit Kushwamam Devakasama. Kimidam Nashatarupang He Sitang Gachachit Kushwamam Devakasama. Yeah. Tamu Dribasano Tamu Dribasabo Devang He Shapatang Sumo by Mahanadi. Okay, one more. 땅무줄바사놈 사보 땅무줄바사보 대방허 샤브땅허 스모바이 마하나디 아르페파라테 삼람은 파드바시실투에남 마하트마네. One more. 삼람은 파드바시실투에남 아르페파라테 삼람은 파드바시실투에남 아르페파라테 삼람은 파드바시실투에남 마하트마네. 비무트 히 바얌 살베 브라자차나나 무르슈이 사트타마메 삼티앙 바시시타마시남 타마티아 피스르땅헤 뿌렁 테나 고빵아드와얌 샤프땅 요나우 삼파바땅 바테티 하 삼파바테티 테나 고빵아드와얌 샤프땅 요나우 삼파바테티 하 나 샤키야마니아탕 갈tum 야두그담 브라하마바디낭 대밤 다스마나 마누슈이 푸드방 수쇼방 부드라는 바수는 푸비 나 마누슈이는 자타람 브라비슈엠 비셰 마슈팜 바야마 마슈팜 바야마. Second try. 나 마누슈이는 자타람 브라비셰 마슈팜 바야마 Vayama. Bravishema. Yeah. Cool. Moving on. Etiukudam. Tanan basunan gangang. Tatetiukudavana brana bravididama. Second try. Shloka 15. Last one is 22 or 23. Etiukudam tanan basunan gangang tatetiukudavana bravididama. Maltieshu purushashireshu tvaha go baha kaitang pavishyati pasava ujuha pati patiang suto rangjang shamtanulnama Thaimikaha Pavitang Manushwe Loke Sa Naha Kaitang Pavishyati. Kangovangacham Mamang Pievam Matam Devang Yatha Vadata Manakaha Priyam Tasya Karishuyami Yushima Kam Chaitadi Shati Pushitama Chaitadi Pushitama. Second try. Priyam Tasya Karishuyami Yushima Kam Chaitadi Pushitama. Pasava Uchuhe Jatanan Kumaranan Savana Pusu Prakushwapatum Pai Devamahasi Yatang Nachirata. Alright, so I'm going to do that again then. Second try on the first sentence, Shloka 18. Jatanan Kumaranan Savana Pusu Prakushwapatum. Jatanan Kumaranan Savana Pusu Prakushwapatum Pai Devamahasi Yatang Nachirakang Lam no Deshikaratiha Siatatari Lokaro Lokagem. Once more. Siatatari Lokagem. यथं निचरकं lam no dishikratih syat trilokagem. Right, 4 left. Kangangovang cham evametat shuyami putrasatasyam vithiyatam. Once more. Evametat shuyami putrasatasyam vithiyatam. Nasya mokha sangamah syat putra hatomayang saha. Pasava uchuham turiyang tam pradang syamu piriyasyai kaikakasho vayama. Second try. Shloka 20. Yeah, 3 left. Turiyai tam pradang syamu piriyasyai kaikakasho vayama. Tena piriyana putrasata pavitang tasya japasitaha. Oh, so close. Tena piriyana putrasata pavitang tasya japasitaha. Meow, meow, meow. Japasitaha. So hard for me to say it. Alright, one more. Once more. Meow. Tena piriyana putrasata pavitang tasya japasitaha. Na sampata syati martieshu vanasata syatu samtatiha. Na sampata syati martieshu vanasata syatu samtatiha. Tasamata putraha putrasata bhavishyati sa piryavana. Okay, last shloka. Vaishampang yanang uvancham. Evam te samayam kurutuvang kangungayang pasavaha saham. Jagamuha praharashata manasom. Yatha sangangkarepa manjasang. Jagamuha praharashata manaharashta. Jagamuha praharashata manaso yatha sangangkarepa manjasang. Yatha sangangkarepa manjasang. Third try. Jagamuha praharashata manaso yatha sangangkarepa manjasang. Okay, passed. Okay, that's it. No, shakha. No, shalom. If you came by just to listen to Sanskrit being read, I'm not gonna read any more Sanskrit, so this is I'm done reading Sanskrit for the day. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. Also, I want to say this one more time. Tasmada putraha putrasute papishyati sa viryavana. What was wrong with that though? Na sampatasyati martieshu punasutasyatu samtati. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I'm OCD. I'm finding out that I'm OCD. Like, I'll say this whole thing perfectly, or at least according to the rules, and I'll think to myself, I didn't do it right. I gotta do it again, and that's wrong. It's coming to a point. Sorry, somebody's trying to interrupt me while I'm speaking. It's coming to a point where it's hurting my learning because I'm so OCD. All right, I'm done reading. No more reading Sanskrit. So if you came by to listen to Sanskrit being read, no more reading Sanskrit. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break to recover, and with the translation. The translation will be about 10 minutes long. All right, 2 minute break. It says 1 hour and 21 minutes right now. So I'll be back here. Oh, at least the mic will be back in 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Now I just want to get it over with. Let me just check if this is the right translation. Yeah, good thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Sometimes I read the wrong chapter translation. Awful. Not this time. Having said that, I'm gonna triple check. Yeah, all good. Vaishambhayana said, there was a king known by the name of Mahapisha, born in the race of Ikshvaku. He was the lord of all the earth, and was truthful in speech and of true prowess. By 1,000 horse sacrifices and 100 Rajashuyas, he had gratified the chief of the celestials and ultimately attained to heaven. One day the celestials had assembled together and were worshipping Brahma. Many royal sages and King Mahapishu also were present on the spot, and Gangangang, the queen of rivers, also came there to pay her adorations to the grandfather. And her garments, white as the beams of the moon, became loosened by the action of the wind, and as her person was exposed, the celestials bent down their heads. But the royal sage Mahapisha rudely stared at the queen of the rivers. And Mahapisha was for this cursed by Brahma, and Brahma said, Wretch, as thou hast forgotten thyself at sight of Ganga, thou shalt be reborn on earth. But nevertheless, thou shalt again attain to these regions. Thou shalt again attain to these regions. And she too shall be born in the world of men, and shall do thee injuries. But when thy wrath shall be provoked, thou shalt thou be freed from my curse. Then, okay, this sentence was this, yeah, I'm gonna read that again. But when thy wrath shall be provoked, then shalt thou, okay, sorry. But when thy wrath shall be provoked, then shalt thou be freed from my curse. Vaishampayana continued, and King Mahapisha then, recollecting all the monarchs and ascetics on earth, wished to be born as son to Pratipa of great prowess. And the Queen of Rivers too, seeing King Mahapisha lose his firmness, went away thinking of him wishfully. And on her way she saw those dwellers of heaven, the Vasus, also pursuing the same path. And the Queen of Rivers, beholding them in that predicament, asked them, Why look ye so dejected? Ye dwellers of heaven, is everything right with ye? And those celestials, the Vasus, answered her, saying, O Queen of Rivers, we have been cursed for a venial fault by the illustrious Vasishtha in anger. The foremost of excellent Rashis, Vasishtha, have been engaged in his twilight adorations. Engaged in his twilight adorations. Seated as he was, such that he could not be seen by us, we crossed him in ignorance. Therefore, in wrath, hath he cursed us, saying, Be born among men. It is beyond our power to frustrate what hath been said by that utterer of Brahma. Therefore, O river, thyself becoming a human female, make us, Vasus, thy children. O amiable one, we are unwilling to enter the womb of any human female. Thus addressed, the Queen of Rivers told them, Be so, and asked them, On earth, who is that foremost of men whom ye will make your father? The Vasus replied, On earth, unto Pratipa shall be born a son, Shantanu, who shall be a king of worldwide fame. Ganga then said, Ye celestials, that is exactly my wish, which ye sinless ones have expressed. I shall indeed do good to that Shantanu. That is also your desire, as just expressed. The Vasus then said, It behoveth thee to throw thy children, as they are born, into the water, so that, O thou of three courses, we may be rescued soon without having to live on earth for any length of time. Ganga then answered, I shall do what ye desire, but in order that his intercourse with me may not be entirely fruitless, provide ye that one son at least may live. The Vasus then replied, We shall each contribute an eighth part of our respective energies. With the sum thereof thou shalt have one son according to thy and his wishes. But this son shall not beget any children on earth. Therefore that son of thine, endued with great energy, shall be childless. The Vasus making this arrangement with Gangan without waiting, went away to the place they liked. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Tired. No, shaka, no, shalom. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Alright, so now it's very near the timing that I want. It should not be more than 1 hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, cool. Have a good day. No, shaka, no, shalom. Tired and drunk and blah blah blah. Alright, oh yeah, Hare Krishna Mantra chanting tonight at 8 p.m. EDT. Thank you, have a good day. Namaste.